Kim Becker here with our Director of Strength and Conditioning here at Arizona Football, Tyler Owens, who's going to give us a little bit of a sneak peek into Elite Form, which is a program that the team uses here in the weight room to track a lot of their stuff that I don't know. So I'm going to have you explain it, Tyler.
Yeah.
You want to go for it? They sign in right here, right?
Absolutely. So when our team comes in every day, the monitors are set. They come, they get to their rack, they type in their last name, their picture pops up, they tap their picture, and they hit start workout. When they get to the rack, whatever is programmed or planned for the day is shown up on the monitor here. They tap whatever the lift is, they start, and it shows them exactly what weight, how many reps, how many sets, and the speed or the power that we're tracking for that day. So we're able to know exactly what each guy does, the weight they do, the speed they do, and the power they do, so we can keep a track on and know exactly what each guy does for every rep and every set every time they come to the weight room.
So you said that it's already like inputted for the day before they get in here?
Yeah.
So when do you guys put that program together and then put it into this?
So typically on Sundays we plan out the week and get it put it in there on Sundays. Then if we make any changes the morning of, we'll go and adjust. But when they show up to lift, everything's planned and set in there, and all they have to do is show up, tap their name, type their name in, and get ready to roll. So.
And I say you guys because you have a big staff here. How many total on your strength and conditioning staff?
Yeah, so it's me plus 4 other full-time assistants, the 5 football rules for NCAA, and then also we have 2 paid interns, and then a handful of volunteers that also help us. So we have a pretty solid staff that does a really solid job helping me and do a great job implementing our program.
Well, and from personal experience here in the summer or in the off season, which there really is no off season in college football, I've seen you guys down here so much. You guys work so hard. You're really here all year round. I mean, tell me about your schedule in the quote unquote off season for college football, say when December rolls around. Yeah,
so I mean, typically what happens is we start whenever the season ends, we'll come off, whatever that looks like. We typically have, a 7 to 8 week off season. Starting in early January, and we'll typically start with a 4-day lifting program and about 3 days on field. And then towards the back end of that, the last 3 or 4 weeks of that, we'll go to 3 days lifting and 4 days on field running. That'll lead us right into spring break. And then we'll go to spring break and we'll come back and spring ball will start, and we'll basically lift the days we don't practice. So typically that looks like Monday, Wednesday, Friday lifts, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday practices. And then that takes us up until May after we finish the spring game. Typically May is the players' month off, our month off, and then we start back right after Memorial Day. And then we roll basically the whole summer. We have an 8-week training block that goes 4 weeks in June. We get a week off for July 4th, and then we start back and we got 3 or 4 weeks in July, and leads us right into camp. So it's basically full swing all the time, and we just get after it. There's nothing better though, so.
I'm tired just listening to all of that. Okay, well, exhausting, but amazing, the work that you guys put in and the work that you do with the team. And then before we end this one, you also have this 1080 sprint, because we've talked about the program here in the weight room that measures all of the weights and all of the lifting and that kind of stuff, but this measures their sprints, you were telling me earlier? Yeah, so I mean, basically, one of our big things is we don't want to guess with our players' development. We want to know exactly where they are and where we got to get them to be an elite football player. And so this is another tool that we have available with Coach Fish and all the resources he's been able to provide us. So this is just kind of the same thing. Every time we're on the field and we do our sprint work, we're able to track and know exactly where each guy is. Each guy has a profile. We know what their strengths and weaknesses are. If a guy needs acceleration work, or if he needs max velocity work, or anything in between, we're able to know and be detailed in our work. And that's kind of really our philosophy, is we just want to be able to do everything we can to help these guys reach a high level and play at a high level as we build our program here at Arizona. So. Well, it's all awesome, and seeing the numbers on these guys during the season and during different game weeks is one of my favorite things. I always put it on my Twitter and on my Instagram, so make sure that you guys are checking that out, because we will share the speeds and how these guys are being developed throughout the season too, which is really cool. So thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely.